There's a video I was watching of him, and then because my words go, because it's shiny, movie premiere.
I never no shit.
I never no shit.
No shit.
Just a guy.
I never know shit.
I've seen quite a number of actors. They don't have anything to show. Where
But
you
your
need
body,
to
take a
learn.
Oh, he's proud of going to
Maybe
the
why
gym.
your body take to touch up?
Hey, why are you eating a place for?
Okay, what is the problem? Why can't you?
I want to come and tell it tabby.
If you're talking about show business, you better show them. Of course, you have to show them.
It's about presentation.
It's about presentation. It's not each and everybody that you just wake up and say, I want to show people. No.
Special bodies.
Okay,
Love
guys,
so much,
when
so
they
much.
say after God, fear a woman. Njomba inali.
Mukaza amachola mutima.
Yeah, but definitely when a guy is buying a lady something, they are always buying with some intentions of at the end of the day.
Yeah, but seriously, so guys, that people just buy genuinely.
There's no man who will spend on a woman with good intention. The old brother of church.
Good intentions.
Guys, we spend it to eat.
Why can't you go Germany? The problem. Back at it, it's another episode of the Yatu podcast. My name's Francis Monsters, aka Mr. Right Price, and as per usual, we have the panel. We have Vinny, we have Alvin, and we have the man who likes to call himself a sweet savage.
Yeah, boy, yes.
Welcome, guys.
And you know,
I'm my ladies. I just have guys.
when you're talking about the man who called himself, you need to pause. And then you say, sweet
Savage.
I'll save that one for the next intro, guys. Otherwise, how you doing?
Yeah, we good, man. We good.
We straight, we good.
It's good to
How
be
you
back
doing, brother?
for another episode. And how is your day, guys? How's your weekend?
We're live, so we're good. If you're breathing, you're right.
As long as you pay, man.
As long as you pay, ma.
Yeah,
Chiringa, that's been our podcast.
But the guys seen in
It's
the
the report.
I've got financial stress.
Work hard.
I've been working hard. Hence the stress.
So there are only two things. It's either you're working hard or you're working to eat. So
I think he's been working to eat.
otherwise, it's my privilege and honor, of course, to be part and parcel of this podcast as well. I think we did the first episode, and I'm so glad,
That you are back
super
again.
excited, and of course, due to popular demand, people are saying, "No, bring that guy again." And here we are. So I'm grateful, and let's take this thing
Yeah,
to the
Sweet
next level.
savage.
Let's
we're
go.
honored
Let's get
to
it.
have you as well.
Yeah.
An actor of your stature is very rare to have on the panel.
Exactly.
So when the people called for you, we're like, okay, let's
Yeah.
bring him back.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
Well, this is our place. Whenever needed, I think I'm just a few meters away, just on your fingertips. Just place that number, and hey, I'm gonna be here.
But I can fool away first. There's a video I was watching of him, and then because my words go, because it's shiny, movie premiere.
I know shit.
I never know shit.
No shit.
Yeah.
Just a boy
Jacket
first.
guy.
I
Yes.
never know shit.
Jacket
Just-
guy.
Where's the jacket? Shit, guy?
Jackie, Jackie, I'm cutting you.
The point for your statement.
Yes, you know, the first thing you need to understand about show business, it's a business that involves people wants to see. So if you're talking about show business, you better show them. Of course, you have to show them.
It's about presentation.
It's about presentation. It's about how you present yourself. It's about the brand that you have on yourself, and also what are you showing to the people. I've seen quite a number of actors. They don't have anything to show. You get. I've seen also some. They don't have what to show. You know, they,
go beyond the showing.
Oh, na mavila
and guys, you know what?
Was that-
What you need to understand is it's not each and everybody that you just wake up and say, I want to show people. No.
Special bodies.
You need to have a special body, my son. This is why we don't go to the gym to hide our bodies. We go to the gym like my colleague.
The guilty are always afraid.
So imagine the way you look and then
you show the pot bed.
Yeah, so it was a special occasion, and of course, I had to dress to kill and dress to impress. And I think it was overwhelming, and the response from the people were so, excited. And the funny thing is, I had so many invitations, yes, from women.
Oh,
the same night?
Wait, after
the same night?
No. Just having photos. Because it was an event, it was a red carpet event.
Yeah.
Of course, we were watching the movie premiere by Mwape. Yes.
Shout out to Owas Mwape.
Exactly. It was a brilliant piece. We enjoyed the movie. But again, before you watch the movie, there's a thing where you have to take pictures and of course try to associate, try to socialize with others. Yours having my invite.
Before my invite. Kairi muntu ize chintako.
Unazora na salad mkati.
Boy.
Yazonga kuweka weka kairi.
Sure, special oil that you do.
So ija shapeless ija to intention.
Yeah. No. Boy, yazonga kuweka.
Mwache jacket.
No box anayo na toroshi che. Indele na jabe.
In show business, nothing happens by chance. Everything that happens has to be planned. You better plan the comments that you're going to give. You better plan how you talk to people. You better plan how you're going to court attention. If you don't want to court attention, then you better sleep home. Why are you going to an event and no one is going to talk about you?
Hey. So anyway,
you know what? One thing I was wondering.
Yeah.
Like cinemas are always cold.
Yes.
Yeah. The air conditioning in there is. It's always like on the high level.
Obviously, namungamba.
Inamungamba.
Manje waka these days uzi wache. Pazedi tilibe malight. So msini mawe mwenze pempepo. It was hot, man. Because I think nowadays if you go to a cinema, you'd find that there's no aircon because of power issue.
Yeah, true.
So it was quite hot.
Okay,
but I just love how people were responding, how people could want to just come near me and smell me. But now it's anazo.
Looking at the majority of your videos on your socials and pictures, I've actually seen you're a man of swag. Who dresses you up?
Exactly. Yes, I'm a man of swag. You're right. So I'm dressed by David. David is running a shop called The Update. Okay. He's got nice taste of clothes. So if you feel like you want, he can do the needful. So I think he's one of the guys that has been there for me in terms of how I need to look and how I should present myself in the public.
Shout out to David.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Should have him on the show.
Exactly.
When we talk about fashion.
Yeah, sure.
So that you probably use Zambia varas.
Because the other thing we need to understand is that I'm a celebrity, right? And I shouldn't look common. I shouldn't look like anybody else. I need to invest in my looks. I need to invest in my attire. I need to invest in my body as well, and also in what I eat. So it takes a lot of job. It takes a lot of work where you need to learn.
Oh, he's proud of going to the gym.
Why are you eating a place? Okay, what is the problem? Why can't you? No, I'm sure this also it's an investment. Are you not investing?
Investment.
Yo, guys, we had the topic.
Rome wasn't built in 1 year.
We had the topic we were supposed to discuss today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so now, but I want to put that on hold. I want to ask you questions, but I think I'll ask you at the end.
Yes.
Especially by Nkanyama.
Oh, my girl, I'm chubby baby.
Actually,
chubby baby.
Chubby baby. That's why he's saying it's an investment. So now you wanna audience here.
Call me chubby baby.
Chubby baby.
Yeah, man, we have the sweet savage and the chubby baby.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so today, guys, we're discussing what's trending, what has been trending this past week and things like that. And one of the things that has been trending We've seen Chris Brown at a successful show in South Africa.
Yeah.
And speaking of South Africa, there's a gentleman who killed himself. You guys saw that?
Why?
Yeah, sure.
Why? What happened?
You saw it.
There's this guy who
Let's
killed the girlfriend.
Let's start with Chris Brown, the show. There's been a lot of talk, and there's been a lot of buddies that have flown to South Africa.
Yeah.
You've seen all over social media and things like that. Like, Zambians actually traveled to South Africa to watch
Exactly.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, yeah.
Why chenga tulinago kaduda?
Wanakongora na imwe.
Manakongo, like,
Wanakongora. They had to do what had to be done to make sure that, you know.
and the majority was women. Eh?
So wait, there were no guys.
No,
No,
the
like-
guys were there. A lot of
Guys
guys
were there.
went. A lot of people went.
What I'm saying is that the majority of the
Of
people
people
that
who
I
traveled,
saw
yes.
on social media
Or who
is women.
flew, or I don't know how they found themselves
During
there.
that
where-
week, flights to South Africa were full. Ndio weka usuna ziwe kusaba to Chris Brown. Otherwise, like flights were fully booked.
Who would you travel to see, like in the nearest country?
Your
As
maps.
a celebrity. Who would you say, Uyo Veni in South Africa?
Your maps.
Shout out
Well,
to your
I
map.
think your map is one of the best so far. Is one of the outstanding artists that I can even spend my time to go and watch.
Like
and of
you
course,
would leave
there's-
Zambia to go watch him in another
if
country.
he's performing in another country, but I mean, why would I travel outside the country when I know he's going to come back in Zambia? So
No,
for
but I
him,
think
basically, I
Wakuza
would-
naza jumpa na ntambo azunguruka mwana.
Azobwa chai chama cha Chris Brown. Hey.
But also, I think mostly it has to do with the person that you love, what they do, and also how you appreciate what they do. So for me, so far, many ngendele out.
Nyori mbabati.
Yeah, of course.
But of course, we when we look at the other gender, Wagelo, women have different motives and they have got different intentions and also different privileges.
Yeah.
There are women, of course, who went that side or who flew that side. If you ask them, they'll tell you they didn't spend not even a coin.
Yeah, right.
True.
So you can't really be moved by those girls we were seeing in there, because I saw quite a number of actors and actresses. I saw a number of actresses who were there. But again, if you look at how much they make, then you question yourself, say, my 15p na ya ma ticket yebezo gula. Where would
Just
they
like
get
you
that
said.
money? And yet,
Just like you said.
bus.
They've got
So
businesses.
Those are the things
No,
that,
just like you said, they were also investing in themselves
Yeah, they've
but
got
we're
businesses.
investing. How do you invest on something that you know?
so that they,
After watching, then what?
so that
Okay.
they're just going to take pictures.
Okay, tell me, after
It's
you
an
watch
experience.
there.
It's
So
an
that they
experience.
just take pictures.
No, but it's an experience. Life is about experiences. You know that, yeah?
But you need to understand, you need to weigh the experience.
Levels-
So I think about capital yako yonse when you
Brother, let me tell you.
what happens after.
Let me tell you one thing, Marthias. Even in a shade, just spending time with you know that my levels have changed.
In what way?
Uzanive samushe boy.
I think Daniel is the type of person, there was that thing that was trending on social media, lunch with Jay-Z or $20,000.
Yeah.
He'll choose the lunch.
He would choose the lunch.
But
Why level ya picking ayakwela. Right now I'm with Sweet Savage.
Swiss Savage,
Eh?
Classic Nails.
Don't
forget,
I was drinking
classic
and dining with kings and queens. Now I'm drinking and dining with actors.
So,
What can you tell me
So who would you fly to go see in South Africa, Daniel?
In
As
South
an
Africa?
artist or something?
as an artist?
but I think
Okay,
for me,
let's just say a celebrity.
Yeah, like
like
a
a
show.
musician,
What
Like
would
a
you
show,
wear?
a musician.
show.
Yeah, like a concert. Who would you?
Like a concert. For a South African or
Ah,
maybe
anybody,
who would you
anybody.
go?
anyone.
So why didn't you find yourself there?
Paper.
If Lacrae was going to be there, yeah.
Ah, okay.
15 pin.
Yeah,
Tamba la cre.
because I want to be, I'm investing in myself.
Okay.
Okay, but the other thing we
Wait, I want to hear who would you go see?
Me.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
You can't.
I'm so sorry.
But guys, the other thing that we need to understand is in attending such events, there are a lot of things that happen.
Yeah, it's
At
not-
times, one
yeah.
of it is you get to interact with different people. Others have gotten themselves, contracts. Others have gotten themselves, special people or friends.
Do you
that
know any who got a
you
contract?
didn't expect?
No,
I
it
don't
doesn't
know,
need
but
to know.
I'm
Those are
speaking it
events.
as general.
Oh, as general.
Yes,
Yeah.
because with such events, there are different people go there. There are those who are doing business. There are those who go there to washa wanzao, bela wanzao.
Those who are
and there are there
selling.
who go and sell their bodies and who
No, they're just
also go
selling. We
and
don't know
want
what
to
they're
buy
selling.
and
Yeah.
import and export. So mostly such events, they are important, especially if you are into this shop business. You need to at least find yourself
Make
in
yourself,
such
relevant,
places.
yeah.
Make yourself available. Just get to know how do people think, how do people do their things. Even Chris Brown, I'm pretty sure, looking at some of the artists that we have so far in Zambia, they have been pushed to say, this is how you host an international event. So even next time when we have an event like that one, people are going to push themselves because we saw people who were coming out of the capital, so checking up at Paja. Teza kona yo Zambia, wina ngwanafuna atachoke adiake ya nagwa. So
Which Zambia
yes,
you
I think
living in?
it was a sweet event. It was nicely planned, nicely executed. Even Chris Brown
Such that
himself.
people were
is-
forced landing.
yeah. Ijenzo mbururuka boy. Ooh.
Manje boy, Muzambia,
Yeah.
yamneja 90 pinya yo maps mbururuka.
Hey,
Ni
Well, the
boza.
guy can do that.
Ni boza.
how long does it take you to find an 90 pin in Zambia?
No. Like that's for the event
For the,
organizers.
for the
But like, come
majority,
on.
it's hard.
Chris Brown made what? How many $1 million? He made millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Even if he didn't tell me not do kaka, semesanafe, but it would have been worth it
Oh,
to
but
get.
boy, I don't think
that'd
so.
be
Yeah, but mu 95 amnesia. I don't know.
Yeah,
Now,
he
look
made
at
good
that
money.
doctor, banangene samo, munintamo.
Yeah, so I'm
This
saying,
is
Because look at this. There was also, what do you call this? Meet and greet.
that's separate. He does that. It's a separate
Where I
thing for
actually
the
saw
ladies.
someone paid $1,111.
Yeah.
Why want to drama? See once in Chushi.
Yeah, and apparently this lady went for a snap and greet. She paid.
Yeah.
Then upon reaching there, Chris Brown refunded her back the money.
Why?
Give her
Oh.
extra.
I
She was
think
handicapped.
she was handicapped, so it felt nice. Like somebody
You
who's
see?
like that, yeah,
Those
has
are-
got a love for me, and they actually made
So those
effort
are-
in as much as they're
Exactly.
like, they've got difficulties in walking, but
Yeah.
they took their strength. It actually means a lot.
So those are the
It means a lot. I can do the same.
Yeah, those are the
You
things
would
we're
refund.
talking
I
about.
would refund within
So-
my power. If I've got power enough to do that, I would refund. Because look at this, boy. Somebody who's on crutches.
No, I
She was on
understand.
crutches. Then she went. With her crutches, she was trying to hug him.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the guy was touched and it felt nice.
And I saw, I don't know how true it is. I read somewhere that Chris Brown was, while in South Africa, he was robbed. I mean, but
That's a lie.
That's a lie,
That's
eh?
a social media.
social media.
What most of this song Amuro Benaro but Chris Brown.
But
Yeah,
dude,
because
South
looking-
Africa is
But
South
I think
Africa,
that the security
Yeah,
is just must have been tight.
But we must understand South Africa is South Africa.
Well,
No, they
still.
can't. They can't.
Can't.
So I think this tells us that in Africa we've got money.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we
You know?
do.
We just
Even
spend
if
it in
people
wrong
would
places.
complain to say if tunaenda kumangana tikasakile ndalama, I think it's just a matter of not thinking, beyond the box. Otherwise, there's good money in Africa.
There's a lot of untapped.
Not just in Africa, but also in Zambia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's good money here. The only thing we need to do, I think, is think outside the box. Let us be creative. Let us be innovative, and we will make money and have what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a Tibet time, wazee.
Zvichitobwa?
Uganza mushi. Tunaenda kushika gosi.
Iwe. Wasati isi iwe. Ukambira ndani.
Imwe, vana vandani.
This is
Iwe
what
ndani.
happens. Look at this, bro. If people were able to travel and go and watch, you said they were paying 15,000 for a return ticket, right?
Is that for the concert
Not
ticket or the
it's
flight?
For the concert.
For the concert.
ticket.
Yeah, but there was
Okay, so now
different,
let's just do a simple math. Let's just do a
So what
simple
are you
math.
saying? That you have invested in a business?
For some people, if they had invested, like, okay, what I'm saying, get my point first. People were paying 15,000 for a ticket, entry ticket. Maybe that wasn't even VIP, right?
Kuchintuingi kuja
Ehe,
kumwamba
kwa
kwanombe
kwenda
chatalipo Chris
Chipande.
Brown.
Brown. Chris Brown. And then for the Venango, we don't know. Probably they were even in the VIP. Maybe it was like 40 pin, 45,000.
Only.
And that's just average, what we're saying, right? That's just average. And then, how much was a flight ticket, a return ticket?
Still zero.
You see,
Yeah, boy, if
it
it's
could
not
be, I think, a minimum of.
When I go, when I
5,000.
my bus.
Yes.
Not when I go 2 days before.
Yeah.
Eh.
Shalom.
Yeah,
bullet.
but tonga pale wamana wanaenda manege.
Ah,
When
wait,
I
see
go on a
what
track,
say.
it's a hiking,
When I-
man.
Shalom, there was no ticket here. Shalom
Wait,
in
you
South
just
Africa in the
told me to
weekends.
say there was no flight
That is
ticket.
it.
Yes.
I think
So now tonga pale wamanege, say man. Because we
No
said,
basi.
Yes,
Okay,
the most in Mama Bus.
yeah, and then accommodation. You don't expect to go to a different country. Suzwa my cheapest hotels. Maybe minimum was
So what are you
2,000.
saying? Okay.
Yeah,
And then they were there for a weekend. I feel and think plus alcohol, food, and everything. The majority minimum they spent just on that could be 50 plus.
Eh?
You see? So just as he's saying, if people are innovative, are thinking enough, we can actually know where to put our money.
So are you saying the people who spend that money should have spent that money elsewhere, like reinvested
No.
that
I'm
money?
not saying that. I'm saying, like you said, we've got money. It's just that people don't properly plan with their money.
No, but ni ndrama zake kasoma
Hey,
mzovochita
it's
nayo
someone's
hizi.
money.
I know we can't tell them to say vote it and in Ramazao. I'm aligning with the statement he made to say people have got money. The problem we have is we just
Priorities, basically
Yes.
priorities,
Basically.
yeah.
But then, did you hear what you just said? You just said that if no enda kuchika goes.
Yeah,
That's your
the
priorities.
Priorities.
You know, it's a priority that a lot of us.
It's
a lot
not of
people-
me, not
Eh,
of
not
us.
of-
Why is saying a lot?
It was us uzangu kama pana.
Hey, you do okay.
Sufro nkala moyo.
Angalia mwenyewe. That's nonsense.
Don't prioritize
But
Chicago.
imagine a situation, guys. Girlfriend wako aenda kuri Chris Brown no kuuza.
Eh.
Orabwa kuuza but si ndio lipira.
I think if you boy apakabwera ko boss ira.
Why?
Boy, that's a lot of money.
Like no, give like one very.
First and foremost, who's paying for someone's
It's
daughter?
definitely not you.
It's definitely not me, yes. But I don't think there's a female friend of hers who's ready to
Ever
spend.
been drama
Oh, I don't think so, bro.
What if she has a rich friend
or a rich father
or a rich father?
or
Yeah,
a rich
okay,
uncle,
You've
Oh,
said a
especially
rich
uncle.
uncle.
especially uncles.
Especially uncle.
I'm not okay with that.
for me,
A rich uncle.
Let's go.
okay, for me, if my girlfriend find herself there, okay, and I know if I try to calculate maybe the expenses, and don't forget that women do not just move. They need to buy too much things, they need clothes, they need what. And you know, that's an international event. So meaning the preparations or the expenses does not just start when she reaches there. The expenses
Start from
started when
months back, the
here.
clothes she's wearing,
Exactly.
the makeup, the plane,
Everything.
where she's sleeping, what
Yes.
she's gonna drink.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
So if my girlfriend, right, does all those things without me spending a coin, I think she's not my level. Yes, she's not my level. Because let's be real. Let's be real.
Let's assume the total expenses, for the sake of argument, 30 pin. She's still not your level.
Let's assume. Okay, right. Let's assume. She tells me, "Oh, hey guy, hey dude, I want to go to South Africa and I need about 50 pin." And then I tell her, "Oh, I don't have the money." And then she sources that money and go that side.
Does she work or does she not work?
Whoa,
Let's do for both.
but
Nganilova or asebenza maybe asebenza barafora or ka 6 pin.
then I pesa kana drum.
Eh.
But for me, just that itself, it tells me there is a helper. Okay, or
Exactly.
I'm the helper.
Santa is in town, eh?
Exactly.
There's an investor.
And for me, I don't
Christmas
think these
early.
girls or these ladies who went that side, all of them went with their boyfriend, their so-called boyfriends. No.
You already said to say the majority of the people went there
Yeah.
were women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
So
the question
meaning-
is, what are you doing in that situation?
So I think one thing we need to understand is that women of nowadays do not need broke guys. Women nowadays don't need guys who don't have money.
That's the truth.
And women of nowadays will not wait for you to say, no, in a guy, in a Nzakachitika, they don't have that time. Women of nowadays, they want to see a guy who's happening. And they should see money and they should eat, they should dress there and then.
But you know, funny thing, even me if I was a woman, I wouldn't want a broke guy. Ngazienda mumvura.
Eh.
Okay, but now you see the trick part. Now you see where the trick part is coming. The trick part is coming where men, those who have money, have spotted women to say women want money. So me, I want to use her body. I want to eat her body. I want this. So what do? I will use my money to eat or to have her. And then what happens is this. Even those same men who are spending on those girls, they're not just spending per girl almost. Yeah. You find that they've got a number of girls. This is why nowadays it's very hard even to find true love. Because people always they would want you because there is an interest they have.
It's a business.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
a business. That means you're buying and selling.
It's not just happening to the women folk. It's also happening to the men folk where the fact that I have money, I can get any girl I want. You get
That's the truth.
And the fact, let me wait. Also, people in Kalkunya. And the fact that
Wait, what?
So wait, the way life is nowadays, we are just using each other. Whether you like it or not, we are using each other.
My question is, let me echo his questions.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
She's back now. Because ukambana kali kuja. Mwana, if she's with somebody,
Because in the first place, even if you call her, are you going to go through? Because she'll tell you.
Nikamba abuela,
I don't think all akabuela as a buerako. I don't think as a buerako.
What are you doing, bro?
Gee, it depends. Like for me, it depends. Man.
It depends with what.
What are you going to do?
It depends with what.
What are you going to do?
It depends. To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, but like most likely.
It's so confusing, right?
No, it's not confusing.
But are you going to be happy about
who's paying. If I paid for it, okay, fine.
And if you didn't pay for it?
If I didn't pay for it.
But also the question is, why would you give her money and you remain?
No, like people do that. You know what I mean?
Maybe you're
like
busy
you've
with
never, one day your girlfriend, you say, you know what, go on a trip, so Yavonga, go relax your mind.
Yeah. That's normal. That's normal.
Eka inasala.
That's normal.
Okay, let's make it simple.
Yes.
Your girlfriend has obviously come, babe, argument's sake.
Maybe a cousin.
Let's say
Maybe go with your sister.
Neo is in town.
Yeah.
You can't watch Neo. So she says, buy me ticket, 500 bucks. Haven't you ever done that one part?
And then she's going there alone.
And then Namzaki, obviously, maybe Namzaki or Babidi or
And then they'll be there alone. Hell no.
Does there always need to be a guy?
Hell no. Look, for me, there are two types of women. There's
you can't
those that
trust
I
a girl.
love. There's one that I love and one that I'm just...
There's those that you love and those that
Guys, the way men are nowadays, the way if you're a lady, kuri mkazi or bakazi wamene tikonda na bakazi wamene tifuna check spending a time na wewe. And those that you want to spend time with, you don't care what they do.
No, but we're talking about the one.
The one I love.
The one you love.
Me, I can't allow her to go alone.
No
ways. She have to come back or she better give a proper report. Because look, boy, akaenda kuja. There are different men who are there. And don't forget that once a woman amwamo to masip amwamo akolewa. Anything can happen. So are you telling me?
So you don't trust her and you love her?
No, I don't trust anybody. You want me to die, Ed? No, in this life and this time, don't trust anybody. For what reason? Unless if they are Jesus, yes. But if Miguel or she's a human being, I don't trust. Guys, we have seen where people have killed each other, where people have been fighting, where people have... Why? It's because of trust. Don't forget that trust go hand in hand with disappointment and hate. So for me, since I love myself and I love my peace, I don't want to trust anybody.
Is that the wisdom you are giving us?
That is another wisdom. Don't forget. Don't trust anybody. Because a woman can... Guys, we've seen women who are married and they're doing
Guys, you should be taking
stuff.
note of these
We have seen
wisdoms.
women who go out there and do chubby stuff. So for me, guys, and also for other men, you who are watching and listening...
there.
Don't trust no hoe.
Don't trust a woman nowadays.
Hey.
Yeah. If you want to die early...
Trust the
Please
woman.
put your trust in.
Speaking on
But why is it men die faster though?
Always men die faster. Why? Because at times we are taught to say
these
Mamuna
stickers.
Zalila. We are taught to say mwamuna ni kulimba.
Then
It's
we hide
very
most
rare.
of the time. Huh?
Exactly, it's very
Yeah.
rare mwamuna ngata na pressure kushimikira wanzake. Because we are always raised up to say
Tikuseka.
mwamuna kufunika ulimba.
Tikuseka.
Mwamuna kufunika ushipikisha. So in doing that you find
it's
that
the same way. Sorry to cut you short. It's the same way. When a woman is beaten by a man, they will call it GBV, okay? And then the man will be charged and taken to court and prison. But if the other way around happens, we will laugh at the man.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So, men, we are prone to early death because we keep things to ourselves. To say, no, nzakosa, no, nzashipikisha. It's very rare to find a man crying. Even when you are hurt, we keep ourselves strong to say, ndine mwamuna nifunga chena nalimba. But don't forget that in holding that pain, it keeps piling. A lot of us in here have been hurt, have been disappointed several times. But who has spent time in his room to cry? Because crying relieves. Crying heals you. But as men, we are taught to say, "Mkushansha." But in as much as you keep doing that, you are piling pain. You are piling pain, and at the end of the day, and this is what women do. Oh, that's what, yes. So guys, ngachababa boy, lila.
But there's this dude from South Africa, man.
Yes.
He was sponsoring the girl. Let's assume, let's make it practical. I'm just borrowing the story that is on social media. This guy from South Africa.
Yeah.
He was sponsoring the girl. I don't know to what extent, but let's assume an sponsor, Chris Brown, what, and then he discovered that there's another Asanga Ballet there.
Someone else was plowing.
Someone else was plowing while you were sponsoring. He actually killed the girl.
Ish.
And
That's sad.
went and committed suicide.
Ish, even worse.
It's all over.
Of course, I think,
South Africa comment.
yeah, I also has had time to see it, but it was so painful, and these are things that you see in this time and era. You need to sense danger. You need to know to say this is a point where at this point I must leave. At this point I must leave.
Guys, before we go any further, let's analyze this situation. This guy, after finding out everything, he killed the girl. And
Brutally naive, brutal.
That's sad.
and he killed himself.
Yeah.
Let's try to put in ourselves in this guy's shoes. Let's analyze.
No, he was hurt, obviously.
He was
but what he
hurt, yeah?
did was not.
But now here's the thing. What would you do? What would you do? What
Wait,
would you
we've
do?
been cheated on multiple times. I don't think you've killed anybody up to now. You get ya? You get upset. You decide if you're going to forgive. If you're not forgiving, fuck off. We move on.
Boy, wanatila sira boy kambiri chape boy.
You know what I mean? Huh?
Nakupa
So
hapo
maybe
wewe.
yes, he was hate. We will not try to say it that way.
Wewe ukamba ine unanipa yapo.
Oh, ni wanatila sira nakupa
Nakupa
hapo.
sira ine.
Oreo wanakugura kangati wanakupaya.
So the other thing we
Wanani
need,
vile?
the other way.
Daniel, let me tell you what's up. Wait, so wela pamozi boy.
Let's
Asira
go.
komene hapo.
Wananikwira.
You were saying?
You see, guys, well, the other thing we need to understand is when you are hurt as a man, always find a way of relieving that pain.
That pain, yeah.
And, getting rid of pain is not by being violent. This is one thing we need to always work out for. Because at some point, whether we like it or not, we come across such an incident.
It happens.
So, guys-
Before you finish your advice, what's your experience?
I have been disappointed quite a number of times.
I have
I have a child. I have a child. My firstborn, actually, I love this boy so much, and the mother is brilliant. But I found the mother with a kamadala in the house.
The house that you pay for?
No.
In her house?
In her house.
Okay, it doesn't matter, but you found her.
Exactly. I found her there.
They were drinking tea.
And she was in her chitenge, just the chitenge, and the man was also in the towel.
Yo.
And the man tells, I wanted to beat them up because I was now looking for an object so that I can
They were
hit them
doing
up.
prayers.
Yes.
As my friend Joseph would say.
But then what she did was,
Shout out Joseph in the
They kind of
diaspora.
So you see, this is an incident where you were even having this woman maybe 3-4 days ago. You were having time together and you did everything and it was nice. And then you meet her, you find her with another man, and she tells you that, hey, waleta mwana wako yambapo kai.
It's the man is also there.
The man is also there.
So she
and I
switched up
wanted
on
to
you.
beat the man up because I was looking a bit huge, you know. And near kamdala kaoneka check kenango. I was looking for an object. And the thing that clicked in my mind was, okay, if I do this, what benefits am I going to have? So guys, even before we act, before we do anything, let's think twice. If I do this shit, how am I going to end up?
But how did you
What
hold
am I
that
going
rage?
to
Because
do?
in that moment,
it was so painful
How
to
did
a
you control
point.
it? How did you control it?
Yes. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It was so painful. It was so painful. But I had to leave. I didn't take time there because I knew that if I'm going to take a lot of time here, I might do something stupid. So she exchanged words with her. Hey, just go. I left, went in my car, drove off, and went and cried. I cried. It took time for me to forgive her.
Not 2p.
Eh, boy, never
Yes.
Oi, baba kama muna samalida.
Yeah, because I know that men don't cry.
Yeah.
No wonder they die early. So for me,
Yes.
the easiest way of relieving that pain is
Nikulira.
I cry. I went and cried.
Lira pona
I
food.
cried and hated women. I cried and hated women, but women are sweet.
Leda bona food.
Women are sweet, and we are back again. So guys, no. That's one funny thing that I can't do. You
So
don't
that
go
was,
back
like,
to your
that was
okay.
the end there.
Okay.
Ish.
Yes.
That's
And I
statement.
love
Okay,
this
guys,
woman
when
so
they
much.
say that after God, fear a woman. Njomba inali.
Mukaza amachola mutima.
Schwarzenegger.
Kupwanya so kucrashing. I love David is here.
Shout out to David.
Kumbuya.
Shout out to the update.
He's demonstrating that. He's been through also, he's my friend.
There's a statement you just made just now. You said you don't go back to your vomit.
Yes.
What does that mean?
What I mean is, gelo ngati wamkana. Ngati gelo wachinjanzera that I'm not, you ine vasila. Don't go back.
Magaya ngoma mwendo chako kala.
Why? Ukanasti kuchitakacha
What if it was good though?
Kuli ngati nakambati ine vasila. Nishivosi vaipa pali hivi.
But what if it
Sima
was
nyamuka
good?
no nyamuka so?
Yes.
Yes.
So it wasn't good. It's only good once you're there.
Yes. And I'm proud of that. That's wisdom. Girl that actually disappoint. Don't
Wisdom
go back to
number
her.
3.
Wisdom number 3. Don't go back to her.
Niboza.
So kuliwa jambera boy. Kuliwa jamiti timaleka cheo kambisana. No, those ones.
Those ones is when you meet
No, we
we're back.
just stopped talking. We didn't end.
Kuri bati ndo mpeta baliza mu Lusaka.
Agere mu Lusaka.
Oye mpenda nani? But at least nando lida kwa private.
Muchoka.
Nando lida kwa ye.
But goodness uza boy. Sembona bwera munga kulifeka. Watilira ba boy watuza ati boy.
Napeza nilasira.
Betina kuseka takupeleka na kumoba fu.
Ndio kairona. So hapa nikanga disappointment Zambo bwe.
Bwera che boy. Takuseka.
Even but kuseka tikuseka.
Madoga mandeka seke dwieka kai.
But at least boy ni
Inkala ni
choka.
healing goodness. Inkala ni healing.
And you know, this is the other thing. Ise wamuna stima sharing, stima uzana kuti boy ili katika nani disappoint. Tima wapati zanone la moza. But guys didn't zuzana.
Yes.
Ufuno menya gera anakukanjira washimikira kwa kwa guys.
atanakana.
Ine usiku ni yezi yakosa boy na gona che. Mpondo che. Kwa.
When it's not menya boy.
Hey.
I represented us.
Represented the family
Kansi
very well.
zero.
Kansi zero.
Kansi
Kuna
nzolira.
wagera boy ametima talimbikira so kuti mfune gera tangene samno pata kukana palasa.
Mangesa
But you
mujandala.
move on. Boy.
Mangereza guys.
Yo gera boy nabo na ikonda boy ze paneba ze ikari boy kuitenga kuipeleka ku Chicago kuspenda gaza mngati pasi bizapanga 2020. Kuspenda boy. Nangesa about 2 pin boy. Era uze one night nesinikumwa boy nenzo kumwache fanta. Reve ipunda hapo che. Tasiriza boy. Tubonjika no, I'm dating someone else. I'm dating someone else.
What are you doing here?
Are we having fun?
No, like what? You have to ask. Like you're dating someone. So what are you doing? You think I'm your brother?
It's very common nowadays, boy.
But
It's very common nowadays.
That's a scam,
Hey,
right?
but it's a scam.
It's a scam, guys.
Theft by trick.
I think there should be a law.
Theft by trick.
Getting goods by false pretense.
Yes.
False pretense, eh?
No, but you see, women will always defend themselves. Because the defense that most of the women will give is that, sinakupembe. Waona? Sinakuuza nitumie. For example, nikugule kwa bia yavomela ge. Isakuza tina sinakuuza utonigulie wanigulie.
Yeah, but definitely when a guy is buying a lady something, they are always buying with some intentions of at the end of the day.
Yeah, but seriously, so guys, that people just buy genuinely.
There's no man who will spend on a woman with good intention. The old brother of church.
Good intentions.
Guys, we spend it to eat.
We're going to go to Germany, the problem.
That's why, guys. You know,
your brother of church is same.
Guys,
let
me just point this. Guys, get on that way pesa before you spend. Make your intention clear. Not to ambache to spend that without intention. Tell her to say, "Ne, if I buy you beer, what is in for me?" Just simple as that. If she tells you, I'm taking, you back off. Because most of us, we spend thinking that because I'm spending, she's going to agree, she's going to accept. No.
But then even before, like,
But you see a thing, yeah? That niggas who like a challenge, you know what I mean? You're taken for real? This is what I want.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? No, certain people just want a challenge. They want the ones that are taken. You know what I mean? Have you ever?
They just want to.
You know how the same with women.
Yeah.
They want something they can't have.
So what are you saying? They're like, these guys just want to be in a competition where
No, it's about the challenge.
This side is off.
Yeah, it's about the challenge. Certain people want that challenge. They're willing. Vamapokana bwanji bantu akazi. Sikuti ni mkazi wa muntu inangwa bombamba. No, certain people want a challenge. You know what I mean, yeah?
Yeah.
So you can spend. How can you spend a mara kugonga? But
So what's a leader, Kairi? Because we've seen where you are spending thinking you are going to eat. And then vavut. Then wambo danda. So
where about guy what you that kuseka?
Guys, you know, like when I knew Marthias, I could always look at him Chinjomba. Me, I used to think in gym train. Because, you know, like there are times, there was a time he used to look so buffed, such that when you look at him, and then most of the times you wouldn't know that is actually way too much of a jovial guy. Just is ever laughing, is ever joking and all that. But muona zonika wati Chinjomba. Wabalo funo kambala everybody chingakopono nechi. Mama gero yanamulisha.
That's why I'm telling you, women deal with the heart. They deal with your soul, not your body.
Not your muscle.
That's why I'm at easy. But we keep crying. We keep crying.
Baby, please.
We keep crying and going back to them again. We keep crying and embracing. They are sweet people.
But
We
at
can't
what
live
point,
without
guys, do you guys decide to let go? Manga tuchikonda chigero but chapusa. Not necessarily fan of the man, but at what point you guys decide that, you know what, fuck this. It's too much now, fuck off.
When it's enough.
When is enough?
Yeah, every person has got a limit.
Oye, kwa mnyama dapuwa in this
But let me tell you something. Yeah? Even you, of course, as a man, you have your dignity and how you say me
dignity
as a man.
kudya.
No. Listen.
I like that.
No, like for real.
Get on wo kudia. Sister wako.
So
on
guys,
that part, I'm not with you. I'm not with you.
But you said dufuna kudia.
As Podcast Yatu, we distance ourselves from that statement.
From what?
From that statement.
Kudia.
Kudia ni yawe.
And I love how you pronounce it.
Kudia.
Yeah, but like I was saying, at what point, guys? You know, vavuta.
Yeah, so I was
let me
answering
give
you.
a scenario now.
Yeah, give a scenario.
Unagero, yes, I. Abambo pusa, ambo kutukana. Ambo kuza Marthias imbwa iwe.
Yahweh.
I'm gonna fuck another nigga. Another guy's gonna pick me up. I'm gonna do ABCD. At what point you now say, no what?
Even that is a limit, of course. You're a man.
No, don't point at me. Point at innocent.
So you are a man. Say I'm a man.
Hey,
Okay.
oh,
Is the one asking? So
Yes.
I want him to imagine.
I can't imagine.
Okay.
It's
Based
for
on-
them to
Ah,
imagine.
well,
based on-
you should answer.
Yes. I'm answering, but I want
Eh.
him to imagine. I'm fixing a picture in his
Okay,
head.
let's go.
Yeah. So you are a man.
Yeah.
A woman is telling you to say, I'm gonna sleep with somebody. Hey, you are useless. You are what? She starts.
You can't take me
Why,
for Chris
you-
Brown.
iwe, uma selinga iwe, to your best ability, your best using your best powers and everything. Poma mera tuafika or selinga, but you can still provide for that person. Aye. Then that person
On your
just-
level,
On
not
your
on her
level,
level.
yes. If she feels you are not her level, better she leaves you, and then she goes on.
But the thing is, she's not leaving you. She's
She's
just,
not leaving
you
you,
know,
but
she's not
at
leaving you.
what
What she's
level?
doing?
Yes.
What she's doing? She's
tormenting you.
tormenting you. She's destroying you. She's destroying your ego, your courage, everything.
Yeah.
You
What
say a thing
you live
about
for.
you say a thing about a person. Me, what I believe, yeah.
Eh.
An ego is not something that can be destroyed.
It can
It
be
can be
destroyed.
No, but if
No. Okay. Let me speak my mind. Guys, an ego can be destroyed.
It can
By
be.
someone
An
with a bigger
can be-
ego.
There's no bigger ego, there's no smaller
No.
ego. Ego is ego.
No,
By someone
Even-
No, no,
you-
what?
you see the
I-
thing.
I-
When you
Listen.
enter a room, right? Room, you don't need me the way I am. When I enter a room, somehow I have to feel who's who in the room. Vamaoneka chati uyu ni boss uyu stinga mkate uyu
Stinga mkate.
mimbwa izisiyeni izi nzotuma waza olomba ukangira mbaba tebwayo you should
Uzawa
notice
nati
this.
unotuma.
Yes oloweta mazia weta the waiter will talk to you but as I bill kuri uyu you get how do they know that this is who this person is
Ijoma later, che. But okay, guys, look.
Egos can be
Oh,
bruised.
this-
can they
Look, guys. An ego of a man can be bruised, can be crushed, can be destroyed. For example, you meet a woman who you pretend to love, or you love this woman, and then she starts abusing you. Meaning, one, you can't talk a word, you can't say a word, you can't ask her where she's coming from, you can't ask her where does she get that money, you can't ask her why are you buying this thing. That.
In short,
You
you
better
can't
know
control
that
her.
your ego has already been crushed.
have to work hard.
Because as a normal man with an ego, you're supposed to question the woman each and every action that he does.
And
If
she should be able to answer you.
If she come late home, she needs to explain where she's coming from. If she buys an expensive stuff, she needs to explain how she got that money to buy those things. But now, if you're living with a woman who always shout at you, whenever you want to talk, she tell you, shut up! Whenever you want to say this, you tell you, this is why you find out an ego of a man is being crushed. So, what I'm trying to say is, me have been with a woman that you want to say a word, she'll tell you, shut up.
But
You want to say this and she'll be on top of her voice. And one thing I noticed say, Ninata, I ran with my life because I knew that if I overstay in this kind of toxic, my ego is going to be crushed. Some men, their ego is toxic. Them, all they know is a woman should shout. A woman should talk this to me. A woman should be this. But if you find a woman who doesn't talk, they feel I'm not better here.
Yeah.
So,
don't you think ego? If somebody easily bruises your ego, I have a personal experience. I'll come to it, but I'll come to it after this.
Yes.
Don't you think ego, if it's easily bruised, it's because of self-esteem issues?
That's what I'm saying. If
So
you're,
now,
if you're the
one
guy,
thing
you're the
you
guy.
need to understand is, first of all, you need to understand the ego of a man is what makes you to be a provider. Your ego is what makes you to stand firm, even when
Even
in the
your
middle
strength
of
of
a
feeling
night,
like I'm a
when
man.
you hear, "Kawarara," what makes you to stand up, to wake up and want to fight
Want
is
to
your
fight,
ego as a
yes.
man. What makes you to think, I need to find some money to pay school fees for my children is the ego. What makes you tell, I think, Apamanja, I need to pay my rentals, is that ego.
So now let's
So
apply
now-
the ego in this current situation that we're talking about.
So the ego we're talking about is where if you can't provide for a woman,
The woman, like we said, when is it now? Like
She's shouting.
She's
and
shouting.
So
it's
like-
you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even telling you to say, I'm going to fuck another man.
Another man will pick me up.
Yeah.
I've got men who want me. You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
nothing, you're
what do you think
useless.
you are? ABCD, ABCD.
yes. So you can find that that man in that current situation with that current woman, the ego might be crushed. But the same man, if he goes and finds a girl who is sweet, his ego can be shoot.
So what are you doing? What are you doing?
Guys, we have seen on social media, there's a certain couple. This guy looked all scruffy, looked all useless, looks all dirty, looked all junky.
And Mario.
And Mario, this guy was being shouted at each and every time. Oh, you steal my chan. Oh, man, better sapato. Oh, man. This guy was useless. But today, haven't we seen this guy with this beautiful young girl?
Does he have a job now, this guy?
No. The question is.
Okay, but guys,
We might not know what is happening. But let me finish.
Let me finish. Yeah.
Haven't you seen that this guy, where he is now, seems to be more happier than where he was?
And he
No,
looks
that's
good.
the truth.
And
Exactly.
It looks good.
So where he was, his ego was being stepped on. Every time he can't say a word.
But
Every
here's
time.
what I think.
Yeah.
I think somehow also ego has to do with your ability to provide in that situation.
No, but I think in that one that we're talking about, he obviously was not able to provide from the get-go. You know what I mean? He was, for lack of a better term.
He was a Mario
Guys, the
basically.
fact
Yes.
that you cannot provide doesn't mean you are useless.
Guys,
this is one thing we need to understand, guys.
something. May I want to understand something,
Yes.
guys? Suddenly, this guy comes out of that
Yes.
relationship.
No, it took time. It wasn't sudden. It took time.
Hold up.
Because he became a junkie at some
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
He became this. We
Yeah,
don't know he's doing
exactly.
drugs.
But
yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
But let's look at the time frame it took for him from this relationship
Yeah.
to this. Probably it was a space of 2 months.
Not even 2
yeah,
months.
it took
yeah.
time. It took a lot of
long
time.
A lot of time, eh?
Yeah, it took a
okay,
lot of
so
time.
now he moved away from that one.
Yes.
And went to
We don't
this
know. But now,
young lady.
what we're seeing now is he's
Hold
got
up.
his type
He had
now.
Hold up,
Exactly.
hold up.
His
He went to
skin
this
looks
young
nice.
lady, and then we see this guy all of a sudden becoming vibrant
Yeah.
and seeming to be somebody who can provide.
No, we don't know what.
The professional I'm talking about
Yeah.
is
But we're just saying he looks
That's what I'm
better.
saying.
Yeah, the
Yes,
ego has
seeming to
now-
be somebody who can provide.
who can even be admirable by other women.
In my own opinion, probably, okay, get me right.
In your opinion.
In my own opinion, probably, this guy could manage to a certain extent, okay, based on what he can manage. But because the other part was much louder than him, he looked to be
Shit.
like he was shadowed.
So if you can get my words, I said your ego can be useless with this woman, but leave that woman, go to someone else, your ego shoots.
Yeah.
So sometimes women will complain, say, hey, Mamuna, leave that man to someone else. You see. And this is what we're seeing now, where now he's being admirable. Hey, one way. And
So
you know when
is it an issue of ability to provide, or it's an issue
Yeah, I think that's a better
of
question.
maybe somebody looking at
When your ego
perception.
has been stepped on.
No, but what leads to your ego being stepped on? That's the first question.
Exactly.
Okay,
Because
okay.
listen, wait. Because for someone to reach to a point where they can call you a dog
any shit.
and tell you that another man will fuck me or another man can pick me up or I've got other men who want me and they're shit and I don't need you, what has transpired?
Because I think you are lacking somewhere. You're studying
Sula,
But,
sa, usikabaya,
but
drama, like,
guys,
know what I mean?
guys, mostly, it would say probably it was financial.
In your
Type.
opinion, maybe you think it's financial?
I'm just saying mostly, probably it was financial power. This guy could not provide maybe enough to get to the level at which his first woman wanted him to provide. And then simply because she could provide more than him.
No. We don't know who's providing.
Hold
but
up, hold up.
Let's just imagine it's a normal relationship. Let's remove the money aside.
But bro, if it's a normal relationship, right, you are providing enough, okay? If it's something to do with you guys meeting and all that, if she's disrespecting you in that area, then I feel like she's just being premature.
Mature.
Yeah.
In what way?
Because in those
You mean
things
premature
supposed to
or
be-
immature? What are you
Oh,
saying?
I mean immature.
Oh,
sorry.
which is
Sorry.
Then is
Sorry
that
for lack of a better term. Oh, no? Immature. Because look at this. And those supposed to be things you are supposed to keep between you. And then when you go on and just start saying, hey, this guy does this, you're not doing justice for yourself.
Okay, let me speak it from this angle. Look, each and every person, each and every man has got an ego. Whether it's a woman or it's a man, they have an ego in them. This ego helps them to stand out. This ego helps them. I would say it's the self-esteem in them, right? So the self-esteem in a person, first of all, it can be fed to grow to become big, or it can be choked, or it can be destroyed or crushed. For example, if you are living in a toxic environment where whatever you say doesn't make sense, you're given a suggestion, it doesn't make sense. Even when you have made mistakes, somebody can't appreciate you, somebody can't put you correctly, the ego get crushed. Life, guys, is not just about providing. Because there are men we've seen who were doing all fine, but because of calamities and all that, the business is crumbled, or maybe cheat or an choker. Does that mean he becomes useless? No.
That's what I'm saying.
As a woman, you're supposed to help that man. You're not supposed to
But
shout
now imagine
him.
instead.
Provide. No.
And
you find that the ego or the high esteem in us begins to deteriorate. My ego or my high esteem start dropping. My self-esteem start dropping. When I know that if my self-esteem start dropping. So this is where you find that even when I know I don't have bread, I will not go home because I'm thinking, once I go home, I'll be shouted at. So even when I go home, I'm scared already. I'm a man, but my self-esteem is already destroyed. Why? I'm thinking I'll be shouted at. Because it looks normal to shout at a person if he's not providing. But it's not normal. It looks normal when a man maybe does not meet you sexually or maybe such tatwambili. It looks normal to shout. But shouting at a person doesn't really help. So all we do is we need to speak well. We need to lift each other. Just say, okay, if you can't provide today. So now this is a point where when a man comes to your house, right, you are shouting at him. Hey, someone bwino. Hey, bamuna wanzani wamavala so. Bamuna wanzani waoneka so. Bamuna wanzani wamabura kwa nao. When he comes to your house, yes. Hey, bamuna wanzani wamashita so. And when the same man also goes to another woman, that woman appreciates that man to say, wow.
And then she goes on
don't
to say,
worry, it will happen.
It will happen.
Guys, I cannot live with that, no matter how beautiful she is. This is why you have seen that women who are doing fine don't have men. Why? Because a man doesn't love to live in a toxic environment. No matter how beautiful you are, if you don't respect a man, you don't help him to think, to grow big, he will never live with you. He can't live with you. This is why we've seen men who end up going in Chibodia, apezacheka maid bambonkala, and he's happy. Because men will always want peace. Men will always want freedom. Yeah. If I am with you, I shouldn't think as an pempachani parasti. Penankara pazaka bafuna chani. You see,
1.5.
And there are certain women, once they call you, just know it's either nilipe bando, nilipe talk time, nilipe chakudi.
Hey. How are you?
Can I ask you for a favor?
I'm fine.
Yes.
Can I ask a favor?
You see?
Go ahead. My Zanako is not working.
So this is why you've seen why that men are jumping from one woman to another because they think, maybe let me leave this one. Let me find somebody who will be understanding. But never than waste. Again, they leave. Because we are looking for green pasture. The green pasture I'm talking about is not where a woman will provide, but where I'll find peace, where I'll find love, where I'll be respected as I am as a man.
So this is my personal experience on the issue of ego.
Yes.
This is actually real life. It happened like maybe 2-3 months ago. So kuli kagero kamene nzo konka. And kagero kaza kenza na guy.
Yeah.
But if we don't care.
Nkume.
Yeah.
It's quite so bumpula. So even the guy knew that. The girl told her that guys will.
I'm in fool.
So I end in the board even when they're with the guy. Yo, back on stock.
Yes.
So So now this one time,
Wait,
Yeah.
when I carry Jasoy.
Guys, mina encourage in Kalamu.
That's sweet wisdom there.
No, obviously, kagaya kizingamfana. Because you know, abwera di hey, come here. News that you come here.
so now let me give you a practical.
You come in.
Let me give you a practical example. Actually, this happened at Levia.
Yeah.
So kagero kanambwa kabwera kwa. Kabwera na kanambwa kabwera na motoka. Inesinzi watu anagai. So luckily that, and this was a pure coincidence. Nacho kugulisa motoka. So I had cash in my hand. I had like 70 pin in my hand, cash.
Yeah.
This is a pure coincidence. Nacho kugulisa motoka. I have cash. So I call her, we don't pass a lift to see panyumba. So she comes, not knowing that mwina wagai. So inafika kumotoka na bwana shita realize ali muligai. Nambwa anaenda check driver seat kuligero na segula gero. Moya na segula do. Nokaponya na ndalama pamendo gero. Posha na noka haginga. Guys nombumi yangana cha boy uliche. Nombuka donsa gero.
Yeah.
I think in a combo. Nambira maluza.
So this is what happened.
On verra Marosa.
I'm about to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. So the girl goes to drop me off home. Actually, the guy after that, anabwa choka chemchifukushi choka booking yangu aenda.
Well, yeah. You see?
So now, later in the night, the girl calls me. No, he has broken up with me. He says, innocent, you have bruised his ego. Like, how did I bruise his ego?
He's
Yeah.
a bitch.
Yeah.
No, you just reached, you threw money at my hands, and then you grabbed me out of the car. So I realized that, I didn't self-esteem, guys. Like
he's a bitch.
Like he's a bitch.
He's a bitch, yeah.
Like, oh, na boy, nina mgero motoka wabwera. Umgwire unchose motoka.
No. Who kick you out?
Nikukesa mwazi.
Exactly.
Okay,
So self-esteem, guys.
No, tension so.
Yeah.
Tete
Mike.
fanya one practical example. Muntu
Mike.
muntu abwera. Mumotoka unena girlfriend wako. Achita vemne voachita, vamponyera ndrama. Benangena na motoka mposha babe nomboku posha watu. What's the next thing you're going to do? What's the next thing you're going to do?
Death sentence.
Because if I were you, I'll get my phone first. Innocent. We're on Tanza ko.
Unatemea
But
nikuuza. Uza senza kutumira. Because I know that when I start doing certain things, there's always at some point you control me.
There's no time to start calling
okay,
down
but
your
why would
dad.
you fight? Why would you just go straight to fight? But for me, the first thing I would do is first of all talk to the girl.
For real?
What is going on?
Yeah, like
Because look, if I'm with my girl and then the other guy just pops up, the fact that he's got cash and then the girl starts misbehaving, first of all, I must put the girl in order. Because the girl knows
not
that
in
I'm
order.
with her.
but vashika kudala kairi. You're gonna stop
Yes,
it.
but
Because according to Mwana Kambira, amponya ndrama, amdonsa, amhugging agratako, no boku posha de hey.
so now the girl, like for me, guys, like for me, in my life,
I understand the guy.
in my life, I've never, in my
You need to ask
life,
for
guys,
forgiveness.
I've never had the time where I fought with a man against a woman. Do you understand that pezana? The only thing I was telling the other guy is, boy, one, you were not in a Gelo, so what we do here is let's beat this girl because we are bitch. Simple as that. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. That girl, if she can look, boy, let me finish. Yes, boy, you know what? If that girl can do that to you, don't you think she can do this to another man when comes with enough money?
But why don't you just leave?
wait.
You know that why kumenya guy, one need so menya guy.
Guy are innocent.
Now this happened to me. I received a call. I just reached home. So I was in the shower.
Yeah.
And then my phone was in the bedroom, charging. Anyway, let me finish shouting. I'll go pick it up.
Yeah.
So I went in the bedroom. Na pesa ya rekodi la phone. I tried to call, it rang, and nobody picked up.
Yeah.
It was a strange line.
Yeah.
That's how I went. I just dressed up, went to the kitchen and cooked something, prepared something for myself to eat. As I was cooking, I finished, I ate, I went to the bedroom. That number called again. So I picked up. Hey, how are you? And this person tells me to say, your girlfriend was the one trying to call you. He even mentioned her name. And hey, what's the problem? Who are you? Who are you to her? And she was like, I'm a brother. It's like she's not feeling too well. So we've taken her to the hospital. So I asked, which hospital is that? She told me the hospital. So what do? I said, okay, let me come so that we can come and see how we help her out. But just take her to the clinic. I'm on my way. No, we're already at the clinic. Then I was like, okay. So you are the boyfriend? And then I was like, yeah, I am. Although we haven't been together for a long time. We just started.
Yeah.
Although she never told me that she has a brother. Now, she's my sister. We're more like cousin. Now, okay, we'll come and talk. Something told me to say there's something wrong here. Okay? Someone who has never told you to say she has a brother who can actually go stay with her. As far as I'm concerned, her brothers are married and she's more like a last born kind of.
Yeah.
So, okay, I brushed it off. Then the same number called me again. Hey, he's here, talk to him. He said he's your boyfriend. Then I kept quiet. And this guy tells me to say, bro, this girl, I'm not actually the brother. This girl has been cheating on us. I'm a boyfriend that I knew from the first time you called. And I was like, oh, okay, so since you know, bro, you and I were innocent, this girl has been cheating on us, both. She's fooling with us. She's playing games with us. What do you think we should do? I was like, what plans do you have? Then she was like, I think we should team up, like we conspire. So I was like, are you meaning we come together, we conspire, and then we find what to do? She was like, yeah. I told him point blank. I was like, you know what, bro? First and foremost, what you need to do is you need to put your house in order. For your girl to have the courage of starting talking to me, and then we reach at a level where she's accepted me as a boyfriend, it means you are the problem.
Not really.
Hold up.
Wait.
Hold up. Let me finish.
You just penetrated that house that you want him to keep in order.
No.
That's what that means.
You are the one actually who made that house.
You're the problem.
Not in order.
Yes.
Listen.
Not
Just like that situation, you knew that guy was there, okay? Me, what I knew was that guy was long gone, simply because
So she told you she was single.
he was mistreating her.
But
She
she
told
told you
me
single.
she was single.
So you
Then she's
knew.
the problem.
Yeah, so me, what I told her to say, you can't ask me and you to team up and just go hate a girl. I think,
The girl was not innocent.
yeah, she wasn't
you
innocent.
guys should just had a
This is what I'm-
threesome.
In
this is
short,
what
you
I'm
are
doing.
promoting women
Listen,
to be cheating.
No, I'm not promoting.
You
Hey.
are.
I'm not. You can't tell me I'm promoting women.
Because you're supposed to teach her a lesson to stop cheating.
Why?
If she cheat on you, meaning she can
But
cheat
the lesson
you
should have not
with
been
somebody
violence.
else.
No.
That's
It's
the
not
thing.
violence.
No, the lesson should have not been violence. But here's the thing. What you had to worry about, if she left someone else for you,
Yes.
she's gonna leave you for someone else.
Exactly.
By the way, listen. By
So
the
you
way,
are not
listen.
even supposed
If
to be
you are
happy.
getting this story correct, those two breaking up, I wasn't in between.
You were in between, nigga.
Hold
You
up.
penetrated
You're
the
the
house.
reason.
Hold
Yes.
up,
You
guys.
penetrated that house.
Moving in, mache.
Utaweka.
I'm telling you.
Gera
this
nakuza
thing. Okay,
dating
Mverani
wapitiliza. Wagera kudi.
Mverani,
Wagera
Mverani.
kudi. Gera mzako.
Wewe mkaza kwenda kuja.
Okay, let me just ask you one question. So to
After
cut your
what you could, yeah.
no, to cut your very long story short.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
The time that you were finding that guy called you and he said that This girl is playing both of us. It means that you're both there, right?
Exactly.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
I need a yes or no.
that's
Don't
a
explain.
statement.
Yes, yes.
So yes or no?
It
brother.
means we are both-
Yes or no?
Daniel
Yes,
Pansaka,
it means
but
we
yes
are
or
both
no?
there.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
So now you're
Iko
there
yako
together.
nayo ilioneka imanikichana.
Yanga igwele now.
Yes. Even you. For you to even pick up that call, the moment he says, no, me, I'm Johnny, you might get, fuck you, nigga. Cut the call.
why would Nana Mazindio
Yo,
John?
chick,
And
this
John.
guy has called me.
But
Why did you lie also?
Yes.
Me, I didn't lie.
You lied.
You said you are who?
Where
said you are
did
the
I
brother.
lie?
You said you're the brother.
Are you
You
the
lied.
You motherfuckers, why are
You lied.
Where did I lie?
When he called you, you said you're the who.
No, let me ask you a question.
When he called you,
Let me
who did
ask
you say?
No. Were you guys listening?
Oi,
No.
why
Were
she
you
make
guys
a wake a
listening?
story? Why she make a wake a story?
So you guys were not actually getting this.
When he called you,
Hey.
who did you say you were?
How foolish you
No.
are.
Answer the question.
Okay.
We have this on camera. When he called you, who did you say you were?
When he called me,
Who did you say you were?
he asked me to say, "Are you the boyfriend?" I
What?
said yes. He introduced himself as the brother.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So imefaniwa sungoshita situation nja nikutandizana mapasana ma days iwe Monday to Wednesday iwe
Because we can brother, guys.
yes sisi ni brother iwe Thursday to Saturday Sunday mgeo sitamsi apumula
Apumula kwa
chapa
weekend.
mina bwana kola mkazi you
Because
never know
ungakambe quiet, his house was
Okay,
not in
so
order.
yes.
Even yours was not in order.
Here's the
how do
story.
you tell the brother to keep his house in order
No. Me, I just told him to say, bro, keep your house in order because for your girl to come to me, I didn't know about you. I don't know you. Have you ever spoken to me? No. Have you ever seen me before?
That
no.
house was in order
until you
The house was
penetrated the house.
until you showed up. You were
Yes,
the
you are the
devil.
problem.
I didn't penetrate. I asked
You
him
are
to say,
Satan.
look,
Yeah, you are the Satan.
I asked him to say, how long has this been happening? He said, for a while. I'd only known this girl.
But G, okay, let me
For
just
a
ask you.
month.
Listen, let me ask you a very honest question. A very honest question. When you're approaching that girl, you never knew there was any guy.
No.
But
But
she
then,
told you
okay.
that they broke up a long time ago. At any point, let's just be honest.
I'm telling you.
So
Guy,
they were not
was
together.
there a
Truth be
day you
told,
called her
truth be
and
told.
the guy answered or something?
There was never.
Or was there a day you called her, she didn't pick up and told you, no, I'm
There was
sleeping
never.
or I'm studying?
There was never.
Ish, you know, of course. Hey. I don't know, brother.
Truth
take
be
it.
told, guy, when a girl tells you she's single, chances
It's
are
just guys.
Guy,
Nobody's
come on.
single, no
Nobody's
sucker, guys.
single,
Let's
no
be
sucker.
honest.
Yes, quite all right.
Boy, we just take turns.
Quite all right. No one is.
Bambula is.
No one is single. Why? But to some
Including
extent,
you.
you know that women,
Including you.
I didn't refuse.
Especially you. But here's just the thing. Let's just be honest, yeah? In this world we're living in,
Yeah.
nobody is single.
Sad.
If you guys even go and ask, are you single? You're fucking wasting your time.
Iwe ziwachape game yako.
Good
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Yote.
look.
If you're lucky, should dump the other guy.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, should
There's
dump the
always
other guy.
somebody.
This is what had happened. Because
So
Oh,
that
she
bumper
dumped the other guy.
sinambambule. Evans on in namkanira vakti, we team up and then
You can't team up for a chick.
We
Yeah,
teach
guy.
her a lesson. That's what he wanted.
Okay, so after that, when the guy told you to say this girl is cheating on us, what did you do with the girl?
Me, I was like,
He continued.
with the girl,
I know
with the
this
girl,
story.
yes.
He continued. He continued.
What did you do with the girl?
He continued.
That speaks volumes. You failing
What
to
did
talk.
you do with the girl?
He continued.
we continued.
Why? When you've been told that this girl is cheating on us.
He continued.
You see what we always
So
say.
your house was not in order at all.
You see what we always say. He's a lover boy.
And I used to with
Okay,
the
so
girl.
now can I finish?
No.
Can
Yeah,
I?
boy. Unaponya nyumba bene.
You're a homewrecker, bro. I'm so
You're
sorry.
Guys, you can't tell me I'm a homebreaker. When the real homebreaker,
Oi, ine namba
who
mbula.
did even destroy someone's ego?
Anashtutumira gero boy. Ati nose that bruised my ego. Yeah, boy.
You are so much waste to an extent whereby you destroyed another man's ego.
Maendera boy.
When you were supposed to
Listen.
fight for
Yeah,
that ego.
let's go.
Listen.
Let's go.
Boy. Pampa minicha mnobe. Chishite shani.
Guys,
But
the
don't forget
Bible
that
did not mean it in that context.
Meant it what?
I always say, you guys always try to decorate a wrong.
So
to
guys,
make it
how
seem
does
right.
it feel knowing that, okay, we get any nae, napoka guy?
How it feels? Me actually, guys, let me tell you something.
You feel nothing.
It means I'm a
I
better
don't have
guy.
remorse.
You are heartless. You are a
Why
heartless
don't you have
motherfucker.
remorse?
No, okay, hiyo way. Wabampula gero mzako wambomdhira chifundo.
No, but for you just to be with the lady knowing
Okay,
that, okay,
that
gero
you do it.
yakana ujakonkaini.
Now, what
so
you're
way.
supposed to feel? Let me tell you what you're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
Now we're about poker.
Exactly.
It's your
There
turn.
is a better
Like,
guy who's coming
he's
up,
coming.
who's better than me.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
this girl
Okay,
is
so
going
guys,
to leave me.
That is true. But the
Unaivera
thing is,
nyimbo ya Picket Shot.
Achana.
Jakuta ati gero ati amukana amgulira chanchad gero ati oh boy teti pa mwamuna wa so ati tukwatirana.
Bipa lazima mkana.
Aha, you see? That guy thought to say, huyu gero ngatanga pa mwamuna wake just because of me.
Yeah,
With this
yeah.
change I have.
Yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
much more if
So-
a guy with the good sum of
who's
money
got more
comes
money
up
than
and
me?
munga you know shop abwe.
So manje mvera boy. Gero waikonda. In a relationship. Batima kulangiza tuma green light. You stay away.
No, for such women I don't even entertain because those
Yes.
are
Get
Makamili
behind
only.
me, Satan.
Satan. Get behind
Satan.
me.
Ija ufuna ukamba
Bring us some holy water on that woman.
You know what
Holy
you're saying?
water.
Yes,
Vera boy.
get your morals right.
What's your boy? What you are saying is just the same as wapeza mkazi no kwatila, just because akupasa green light then you should jump in.
Iwe I think
Don't play
iwe I
with
think
such fire,
iwe uli na mageuko
Kero
na
chenga
wakwati.
ati namufunza baby, hey lady,
Serious?
are you
Because
dating?
there's no way you're
But
going
you
to
know,
announce
my principle is simple. Eh? It's better you know than you don't know.
What do you want to know?
Listen, uzaenda kuri gero zamfuza, are you single? Azaka, but no, I'm not single.
But gee, why
But
are you even
I
asking
get
that?
a
Are you
window.
telling me in these days, in this age, at your age, in 2024, you're
I
telling
don't
me,
expect a
no,
girl to be-
listen, you're telling me that there's a girl anywhere here who does not have at least 10 guys talking to her.
Exactly.
And at least 1 to 3 guys smashing.
So here's the thing, eh?
Kuna
Me,
mema
I
mtumia
know
chie
that
phone,
fact.
chie iwe pwela
So me,
kuna
I know
mfuno
that
kudia.
fact. So which is why it's better I even know that okay, nampoka than I don't know. So that I have power over this situation.
For me, I shouldn't know and I don't want to know.
You like
That
the
is
what,
okay.
What doesn't...
What you don't know won't
What
kill you.
it doesn't kill me.
That's bullshit. You
Because
gotta die,
no. Well, you know what? Look what
The devil I
Vera.
know is what?
Vera boy. You know
What's
what?
for me?
Look, wait. For me, if I don't know that the girl is hitting another man, my ego is proud.
No,
my ego
but you're
is-
gonna smash a roll.
Listen.
That's the thing.
Listen.
Okay, let's go.
For me, not knowing that she's hitting someone else, for me it's okay.
But you're gonna smash a roll.
It's okay, I don't know. But once I know that
But
this girl's cheating on me, because even just looking at her,
ziva mwenzo chacha ya mashani igo ya
Why, okay, you guys, let's be frank here. How many girls have you smashed with protection?
ziva igo
How many girls have you smashed with protection?
ask him.
How many girls
Mzee.
have you smashed 10 rounds always using protection?
10 rounds.
Guys, once upon guys, Mbela boy.
Nifuna nikufunze, wait. Upanga drama.
Guys, this is very known to us men. First
let
round,
him finish.
first round once guys, all of us, including a woman and a man. First round, woman can let's use protection. We're using a protection.
Tell us-
Second round.
Give us this wisdom.
Second
Let me make a drum roll before you give us this wisdom.
guys, this is
Give
the
us the
truth.
wisdom.
This is namana pano. First round, I didn't say mamuna na mkazi, including women, they will emphasize on protection. And in this time and era, most of these women, they don't love condom.
So iwe umangachira condom imozi ya first round.
Guys,
I think in there was
Guys,
last time.
Wait.
First, guys, what's the one to but girlfriend they met it now. You must smash a check.
Kazi zikambira pa week.
Okay.
Ndino mwana wa chechi.
As podcast yatu.
All right, guys, as per usual, the views are not those of the podcast, but those of the individual.
Exactly. So, guys, I've seen this. Most of the men, the first round they'll do with protection.
You.
The next round,
Let him finish.
the next round, 30 is Sochi, 30 is Sochi. And
That's it. In the same night or like after like a week or something.
well, the same night you use protection, and the second round you start contemplating.
Kajaka 6 hours.
Katika 6 hours. Morning after iliko. We use morning after. And most
Guys,
of
morning
us
after,
guys,
put us
we've
a matenda.
survived because of morning after. Otherwise, say it in 100.
I think we were good at morning after. Okay, my guys, in front of the question. Pemwenda ku 10 rounds ni boxing or kapana mufo. Mufola.
Mukazi ni kumujesa.
Mufola.
Leka nkuyanke.
Eh.
Mukazi ni kudiesa wafikapo. Mbela boy, mukazi sister wako.
Guys,
Mukazi si anti wako.
This is rated 18.
Yafika kwa juu.
Let's go. Musieni muntu guys,
Mukazi si
musieni.
anti wako.
Yes, give us wisdom.
Unamwonyengerera.
Oh.
Si sister wako, mukazi ni kupanda.
Why-
Wisdom.
Me, I don't know how this guy has become. Nwana chimbusa.
Huyu Afrika azikazipunzisa
Shimkombe.
Afrika shimkombe.
Mukazi boy ni kupanda ni kumanira. Make sure boy mbeka na cha
Oh my God. Oh shit.
Akikupanda kumanira.
Guys, hasta munga ta.
So ni sawa. Mukazi si muzako.
Munga pa akumba good.
Yes. You have to dig until you find God.
Nindeo. So wakamba God dig ama meaning ayo.
And women love it.
Oh, so that's what they mean. They said, "Are you a gold digger?"
Yeah.
Like you need to
Why?
dig until you find the gold.
Why? Women love it.
to be dug.
Why
Is that
funga
past tense?
kukataa one ida
Guys,
Guys, let's get back on track, guys.
Is it dag or dug?
Guys, let's get back on track, guys. Why? Okay, guys, what's wrong with us? Every time we always find ourselves.
These are the important issues, yeah.
Yo, mama,
That as
unaniacha
men,
be-
yeah, we can't talk about. You get
Make
that?
her come.
You made me sweat.
What's the topic?
That's over here.
Censor most of his
Anyway.
words.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, at least we know, guys. Now we know.
We know
sex
about
talk.
what?
Enough sex talk, guys.
All right.
Let me get back to the inbox. Whether, and we didn't even touch the inbox today.
No, we had to engineer today.
We have to engineer.
Yeah.
We have to, one of the
There's no
questions.
wisdom about
All right, let's go. Let's go to the inbox.
Okay, so guys, this is direct from the inbox. She says, this is from Chansa. So Chansa was asking that, she says, is it true that sober guys have more time for women than guys who drink? I think we've amenafuno kambas. Imwama sober. Shindimwama gero.
Ni
Is it true?
tumaule.
Maule.
Ni tumaule.
Something a woman once told me, huh? She said, you need to pick your thing. There are guys who drink, guys
Alcohol.
who play games, guys who do ABCD. So what's sober? The theory is that sober guys like women. I think that's what they're referring to. Then wachakoroja ni mo na wakazi, then we kwitu nkimbi. Twinango pano. So
Wait,
that
can you
Eh,
explain?
but
Give me top
pano babene pano. Sasote maningi. Tukonda moba, wakazi, shani vonse tueve tuli modimu.
Uyo sari normal.
shisha.
Uyo sari normal.
Nangata tukonda majim so
Toma gym, majim wakonda wakazi.
So in a way, guys, somebody asked me a question to say, those guys who go to the club and they don't drink alcohol, what do you think takes them to the club?
The hunting.
And what do they do in the club
They're
when they don't drink
hunting.
alcohol? But so me, I asked her to say, I think
Those are hunters.
So, guys, you look. We need to understand this. When we say a club, what exactly is
a
it?
nightclub
Because a club, it's a place for
where we drink
socializing.
vino.
It's a place for socializing.
with that music.
It's
You're
not just,
socializing.
it doesn't just mean people should go to that place are those who drink. You can go there, guys. You're just taking your soft drink
But what time
and
are you
watching.
talking? Chirimba chiri.
Hey, don't.
Are you
No,
telling
it's
me you're
not each
having
and
a
every
conversation?
place where there is much noise. There are places where they are playing, soft
That's a
music.
restaurant bar.
You know, you are there.
It's the same thing.
You are having fun.
A nightclub and a restaurant.
Because
Let's
look,
continue.
guys, I think if there are places where you find women who have bathed, it's a club.
So are you
Guys,
telling
because each and every woman when
but
she's
the owner
going
come
out.
back to
Guys, and also it depends with the club we're talking about. Okay,
Give us some examples. Where you can find
places
Wakazi Samba.
like Chicago's.
Okay.
There are women there.
Listen to the voice. Better voice. There are women there.
Let's go.
There are
Give us some
women there.
places. For the brothers
Because
out
look,
there.
in churches, women they pretend they wear
they
positive killer.
pretend. No, but they
But
still
we
look
want
good,
to
though.
see.
Back church kwan. Back church kwan.
Church kwa kumenda wakazi na mapikini.
Some of them are picking, but mama samba, mama nukira bwino wazeo.
Ama enda na mabam na chana.
Some enda na machani, mama vana. Very decent.
So we wakazi ma club
For the
which cover
brothers.
like
For
for
the
example
brothers, yeah.
Chicago's, we've got granddaddies, we've got even a decapo, we've got those places when you go there are women who for them just to be there they had to invest in their looks, in their skin, in their types of clothes, in matching colors and all that. So such places is where we go to get to see level, wakazi pebafika in terms of bathing.
So are we going for
looks?
For looks, for women. Okay, first team that girl club or team that chan first.
First and foremost, boy, before a man proposes a woman, what attracts a man is the looks. So men are taken by looking.
True.
We are all moved by what we see.
Yeah.
This is why yadu ifeima kuona cha ilinga kutaka. Because we are
Guys,
taking. Because us
I don't know what
men-
to do. No, I honestly don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with it.
This is why because.
Let me apologize.
Let him go.
Let me apologize to him.
You're
Sorry.
apologizing to who?
I'm apologizing to Francis and Vinny.
Thank you,
Sorry, guys, for bringing. I knew this guy. I don't know what was.
So what moves a woman is touching.
And hearing.
The day or the minute she'll give you access to her touch, just know she's gone. Because once you touch her, there's a way they feel.
My G, when you say touch, what do you mean? What are we touching exactly?
Just touching a woman's hand. Kumgwira che pa.
Sharp.
This is why women who are sensitive cannot allow you to touch them.
Oh.
Women who even don't like you cannot allow you to touch them because they know that once you touch them, they stop thinking. They stop reasoning. And for a man doesn't need to be touched. Even these women who say, "Can I touch you, baby?" Men don't want to be touched. Just show me.
She touched me in
Show
my
me
eyes.
I was gonna
Show me
support
boobs.
you,
Show
but
me a thigh.
Boy,
Boy, a man is moved by seeing. Show me a thigh. Lift it a bit. Consider the
Nishimisha chani, man. Mulipa date kulikushoe, mulipa
So
tempo
now, for
kulikushoe
women who
boobs.
have noted that, for women who have spotted that men are moved by seeing, they will dress something sexy, something just to entice you. They know that the moment you see, even when you had planned to say, "This money, I'll pay my rentals," you change your mind. Why? Because you have seen.
you see a thing, yeah?
So a man who can fight his eyes is a genius man.
So mpofu.
A man who's able to control his eyes
So mpofu,
is a great man.
Tuzitianga question. Mpofu ima funa bwana. Wakambatize tima ona. So mpofu ima konga pocha.
Mpofu izafuna bwanji ikamvia cha ndio
Kuli wa mpofu wa
ndio
kwachi,
mkazi
wapeleka ala wenzo
nipachana hapa nipameni. Consider. So men, guys, we are moved by what we see, and this is why if a man is able to control his eyes, you don't look twice, you're going to be a successful man. But if you keep looking, because on mkazi ukamwona ka face someone hata sasa sione kamushi kana mba 2 ereja kana mba 3 wangana ko chinja ko bwela ko tako eja kana mba 4 let me buy her a drink. That's how we are taken. But a woman, for her to be moved, she must give you access to touch her.
Okay, bashibukombe tonfa.
Yes.
You'd make a very good shoe.
He will.
Hope you live in long enough to.
Exactly.
I know, that's what I always try to touch her.
As well as black police. Now on.
Yeah.
So,
It's something.
again, from the inbox, Kangwa is saying, why do women prefer... guys, talk about this. Why do women prefer bad boys to good guys?
What defines a bad boy and a good guy?
Good question.
Yo. Hey, I'm just reading what's from the...
No, he's asking us now.
Yes.
So that we should be able to answer that question.
Okay.
You
So-
know you're a good guy. This motherfucker here is a bad boy.
This idiot is a bad boy.
Lover boy.
So one thing you need to understand is
So lover boy,
Good
are good or
boys-
bad?
Lover boy.
good boys are those who do the traditional things.
Wafuna che missionary.
Missionary cheni yamene ija yozifinikila kissing nifuno yanga nangati kuli bantu. But a bad boy will pick a woman,
Sweet
put
savage.
her on top of a car,
Eh,
and give it to her.
Give
A
what?
bad-
A kiss. Because you're talking about kisses.
A bad boy, women love fantasy. Women wants to remember things. A bad boy will pick a woman.
I'm sure
drive
our
her.
community mwa
Mwambie
wanangiza wambili.
A woman, a
nephew,
bad
vote
boy.
dabwisa.
That's what I'm telling you. A bad boy will pick a woman.
Nephews and nieces, this is your uncle here.
A bad boy. Like for me, I'm a bad boy. I'll pick a woman, drive her to
You're
the
not a
bush.
bad boy, you're a bad man.
I'm a,
You're
no,
bad
no, 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 no. I'm a bad man.
it's a bad
savage.
man.
Sex, sweet savage. I'll pick a woman. I'll pick a woman, okay?
You know,
Tell her,
Mkama
baby,
sees
don't wear
Zanzibar.
anything.
Wait,
I'll
I
tell
want
her,
to hear
baby,
this. I want to hear
don't
this.
wear anything. We are going for a ride. She wears nothing.
Like
Jump in
literally
my car. We've got our own wine.
Wait, skin. I literally don't wear anything.
Don't wear anything
Like
inside.
Chinta.
Vala, but no underwear.
Manje yuko kuride mwenda kuti kwe mwenda la
In the
chindako.
bush.
Ndimo wafuiti.
In the
Don't
bush.
worry.
Mwendo paka lubango.
Because look,
Musia.
you a good boy, you want to do everything. It's a kile room. It's a kile chan. It's
Ewe mwenda paka
boring.
lubango.
It's boring. Me, I'll drive her to the bush. We even see animals and here, climb it.
Well, my bush boy,
Hey, boys, when I'm good, coming on
So
man.
sometimes you can know there are places whereby mama to get Peter check 100.
Nikuti boy.
Them animals.
Go park there.
That's a cheetah.
As a crocodile. Wow.
You see, a bad boy, a bad boy, guys.
Wow.
If I'm a bad boy, I will be in public. We are seated with my woman. Mom kissing. But you, a good boy, you are boring. You are no, I can't kiss in public. Give her a kiss. She want to have memories. Ngati kunyumba want to do. We won't do missionaries. There are certain nice styles. 669 Shanshan. And the one.
Azan Pisham family.
Look how she's smiling. Look at her. Look how she's smiling.
No.
You've seen how she's smiling.
Hey, Mike, but you know, Nyoroyof.
Good guys are boring.
It's on.
Bro. Just
But
a
it's
recap.
nice. Guys, life
For
is
the
a-
brothers, no, listen. I know. Just a recap. Your mic is on. That's going. Only one that's going to be on. At you bad guys, you do what styles.
My mic is off.
Only yours is going to be on. I'm telling you all of them.
Yo, okay. So like, a woman don't always do to my missionaries whereby angana mwamba, angana pa. Those are boring. Those are outdated. Those are old-fashioned. Stoker 69. Ayanganao kwa ayanganao. After that, when you are done, tell her, lift the legs, lift her thighs, put them down here, and start scrolling.
I can't see. I can't see properly. Video
outdated, guys.
Oi, sema muzira che good boy kuti vya machita video outdated.
Sometimes, just remove the pant a bit. Don't undress her everything. No, just slide. Plop.
Man, nigga. Man, nigga.
Bad man. I don't think it's sweet savage anymore.
Man, nigga.
You need to leave memories in her
Sweet
head.
bad boy.
Live in her mind without paying rent.
Sweet bad boy.
That guy's going to pay rent.
No, why should you pay rent in somebody's? That's why girls cannot call you to say, baby, we want to do it.
Sweet bad
But when
boy.
she remembers, guy, and then she gives it to you this side.
I just am going to do soap.
Kenda
Are you
banyu.
telling me, boy, you with your money, you give her missionaries, and for me, I make her spin. I give her crazy stuff. Are you telling me she'll come
Without
to me?
money.
No, she'll come to me for the money, but she
But
come
when
to
she
you
wants
to
it, she'll
spin.
come to me to spin.
No,
okay.
And me, I'll eat
Guys.
the best.
Guys, we were talking about.
But it's most arions and
Okay, wait.
We're talking about why do girls.
Hey, tabwabanze kuma
So
spin.
these are one of,
Helicopter.
so these are some of the reasons. And the other thing is, sometimes women want it to be a bit savage.
Let me wash your mind. I think your mind is very much. Let me wash your mind.
Please wash it. And I hope what you are using to wash is going to work.
No. What I'm saying is this. There's you a guy. Umaenda kuchechuma takinga wavala na inde.
He's the bad guy. He said what the bad guys do.
And then iwe wabwera na say haircut.
It's not about the haircut. It's about her spinning.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
Inen katakinga kaenda kuja no say service was nice.
Bruh, let me end this
Exactly.
discussion.
Yeah.
Nigga, this is why married women cheat.
Yeah.
Because as the husband, missionary.
Every
Then
day.
they find this kind of young boy. He's doing things she's never heard of.
You have seen those, for example, those positions here, guys who are coach or Venzo
Yeah.
Senzo Chama missionaries are outdated styles, man. If today you go home,
Nigga,
do something different.
He was woo-barring and shit.
My point is, guys.
Why do they like bad guys
Yes.
than good guys? That's your
Because
point.
of the activities that bad guys
Bad
do.
guys
But
don't give a
only
shit.
sexual.
It's not only sexual.
Even not-
Sometimes,
bad guys will leave her in the club and say, fuck you, me, I'm out.
yeah. And you know
That
what?
I don't care
And you know what?
attitudes.
Women doesn't want a man who is always available.
And bad
Bad
guys are always
guys are not
controlling.
always available.
Bad guys are always
when
controlling.
when she call him to say, I want to see you, the Bible say, I'm busy, I'm not coming today.
But Ishagora church character.
Nishagona church come. But good boy,
Acha
yeah, I'm
FIFA.
coming. Women don't want a man who's always available. It's boring. Sometimes give them drama. Yeah, sometimes uduri kila che uriche na mbamba ekaeka che.
That's gay. Why are you gay?
Guys, women love drama also. So that
Africa
even when
tipo
she
mbamba.
go for work,
Come on.
It's all about the game. I'm slapping you today.
Guys, come on, relax.
yes, that's what we're talking. Yes, exactly. That's what we're talking. You need to,
I didn't know that there's WWE inside.
So guys, women don't love guys who are every day makamba che straight. Sometimes kamba ko vofunda. Hey,
Vovunda Labanjo, give us an
vofunda
example.
che omsukoni zako che iwe isakulunda. Not always you're just sweet. No, calm. No, what? No, sometimes just bring in attitude. Let her long for you, you know. Let her crave for you. Akufuna no nek.
Bad boy,
You're there with
bad boy.
no cha machine wagona che.
Aiche bad boy waiting now pano. Bad boy.
Guys,
What you gotta do?
this is the last time this guy's coming here.
I know you're gonna need me again.
You've been officially banned. Permanently banned. Not even until further notice. There's no notice here.
Indefinite.
Anyway, wisdom is wisdom, yeah?
We need wisdom every now and then, man.
Yeah.
But the problem is we're getting too much sexual wisdom. That's the problem.
If you are sexual-
wait. Muchikwata magamba chikwati nchani.
I don't know, man.
Never been married.
Machine.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you ever been married?
A man who's got good sexual relationship or good sexual appetite or good sexual stamina is a stable man.
So you need to have which three things? Ibweza mwati, number appetite, stamina, na chai.
But Vonza is
Stamina,
about
which
sex.
means longevity.
Aha.
Longevity. Sweetology. A man, you need to know how to freak your waist. Not to say che kukumba. What are you digging? Sometimes you should know, like, you know.
Ndakuona kwa guys, wamna machita.
Wewe ungangale traumatized.
I think so.
Nguzo ungangale traumatized
And
one
you know, the
time.
funny thing is that men, a lot of us men who don't research.
Okay, wait, guys. Now I remember the question I wanted to ask.
Sorry, teacher.
Sorry, Peter. I remember the question I wanted to ask.
Apa machangalasha mapupils
Hey, Peter.
Let's go.
Imwe bakujimu, imwe bali muri so imwe. How true is it that mapenso?
Boy, me, I think I've met. I've Talking. Guys, if it's possible, let us show the camera.
Me and my friends want to start this podcast. Me and my friends want to start a podcast. Next thing, if it's possible, let us show the camera.
And you know what? Let's just give me an idea.
If you walk on my view, censored.
Yeah. So just so now the thing is this. You know, I've seen bodybuilding competitions, and mostly bodybuilders. It's called katundu. So
My John Bravo.
Gym. The rumors it's pencil.
The pencil is small.
Could you wake out here, my kulisa?
The viewers, I think, can we have one woman?
Camera, please.
To the viewers, can we have one woman who will come? All of us can have good intercourse with her.
I corner man. I corner man.
Oh my God.
My competition here, Bwan.
We're gonna get cancelled before this.
First of all, so that we see longevity.
Sizology.
So, sizology. It's not really true. I think that's just a myth. Because look, a penis. I'm coming. A penis is a muscle, right?
Yeah,
And
it is.
a muscle cannot look big if it has not been stretched. The stretching of the penis is the election. So why do you want a penis to be big when it has not elected?
So here's the thing. Here's my question. When
I'm coming.
I want to answer your question.
Abwera.
Eh.
Akamata abwera.
I want to answer your question.
Yeah.
When you doing bodybuilding,
Yes.
almost everything about you.
It's big.
There's workouts for biceps, triceps, shoulders, what, thighs,
Neck,
whatever.
nose, eyes.
So you find that when you're seeing my competition, Mr. Zambia, and then my bamba, and then my vala,
Okay, so now, like I'm saying, the penis. Why do you want a penis to be big when it's in Aime?
So there should be a balance, bro.
How do you balance?
There should be a balance, bro. Everything about you is big.
So do you? Yeah, you okaina na yako imaina. So guys, a penis is just a penis.
Are we still recording?
Guys,
All right.
those people, I've met a woman or women who
Please,
will tell
someone
me,
give me something.
I
There's too
thought
much
people who
heat
work
here.
out are what? I tell her, hey, I want to prove you wrong now. Hey,
Voila.
guys, as we lift 90 kg, 100 kgs, and the woman is only maybe 70, 80, are you telling me the energy I have, can she handle it? And you can't freak zombie because you are tired already. Me,
Poverty.
so it's just a myth. I think men who work out have got special sexual stamina.
And take
and-
like those
boosters.
yeah, not sexual boosters, but like supplements.
Supplements,
Not that you're working out, but sukudya nokudya yeah, ndeja manje but ndocho you mache tupina you machaba.
Yeah. So it's just a myth. But if you think it's not a myth, you who is watching out there, try a guy who is working out. You see how he will
What's
break.
that advertise,
Because as we work
naona
out and we
na
are
ini.
flexible.
Naona. Please censor this part. Censor this part.
Oh, that's all.
Censor this part.
Saka wansono hiyo.
Because
Iliche mushe.
before Africa, ni mimba ndio Afrika. But in a pariba.
Oh. In low, bro.
We are about to end this podcast, guys.
Guys,
I think I concur with you. It's banned.
We're about to end it.
I've touched the boss.
Why am I starting?
But all in all, guys, that thing, sex justice, you just need to know how to do it. It's not about how big your machine is. It's about how you use your item. There are people with small, but if you see what they do.
Ndetwa tukumba jamani, tukumba kuchosa diamond.
Oh, my one, Kankumba.
To my god dig.
Oh. So it's just about know your skill, learn something. If it's small, find what to do and just be good.
Yeah. Like we like to say, guys, this is the Yatu podcast. We are the crew. You are the energy that will make us make another episode next week. We appreciate you. You've got any questions, you've got any situations. We talk about the things that everybody out there goes through. For me here, Francis, Daniel, Mr. Sweet Savage, Marthias, Vinny, we are out. Make sure send us your situations, whatever it is you're going through. You always be anonymous if you want to be. If you want to get your name out there, we can do that. But otherwise, peace.